Thanks for joining Brunch with Diva. Oh my goodness. Thank you all who showed up yesterday for my brunch with Ryan at Ryan Thrifts Finds. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining. Oh my goodness. It's just been such a crazy day. How has your day been so far? Oh my goodness. I am just like I feel like I've just been all over the place today. It's just been crazy. So I'm going to not let some people come in. Hey Diane. Hey Michelle. Thanks for joining. Oh my goodness, I'm excited to have Brittany on, and hopefully she will be joining me shortly. I'm actually going to go ahead and see if we can. Hopefully she'll pop in here shortly. I don't see her on here yet, but hopefully we'll be discussing a ton of things to get some maybe some ideas, some tips, some stuff we may not know, or maybe we'll even have one of those conversations where we agree to disagree. You just never know. And I am here. She is. Oh my goodness. Let's bring her on. And we're waiting for her to show up. Yes. Hey, Brittany, how are
Hey,
you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are
Good.
you?
Oh, girl, I was just telling everyone it's just been a crazy morning. It's like woke up, did my meditation, and boom, everything exploded.
I'm saying the day has gone by so fast. Oh,
No.
goodness. I'm like,
I was like, is it already, this time?
it
I
is.
was like, I just started thinking I was running out of time. Well,
Okay.
well, introduce yourself to everyone. Tell us a little
So,
something about yourself.
everybody, I am Brittany, aka Discount Deals for You. I have been, well, I started my journey about 3 years ago. So, I've been reselling off and on for about 3 years now. And I have a background in retail management. The reason why I started getting into reselling was because I just wanted to see if there was another way to make money besides having to go to work for somebody, to be quite honest. Like, I just wanted to see, okay, am I able? Because I've kind of always had an entrepreneurial spirit. So I was like, I always wanted to do something or have a business or something. I also did daycare for a little while. I had my own daycare in home. I also worked in a center. So just little stuff like that, you know what I mean? That's what ended up getting me started. And I just got started really honestly on YouTube videos, honey.
Did you?
YouTube is your friend. Yes.
How so? Oh, how did you get started? Just well, YouTube videos.
Literally, I mean, I think it was, I don't know if anybody knows him, but it's Raking Profits. Oh my goodness. He had a lot of stuff out back then. And Nicole State, she's been around for a long time. So it's like those are the people that I started watching in the very beginning. Susan A. Wells, she's been around a long time on
Oh,
YouTube, you know. But she has some really good advice, just really good stuff that helps you, like even like just little small things like tools you need. He did one video about like all the starter stuff that you would need to get started and all that. So I calculated $300 and I bought all my little supplies, but and I got started because I was like, okay, that doesn't seem too shabby. Okay, like I could do that.
well, that is so interesting because now if I had known all those things, at the time when I started, that would have been helpful as well. But thank goodness that my bestie had been reselling for a little while before me, and
Okay.
that's how I got on. But I find that so interesting. There's just so much that I learn all the time about different people that you can watch. Now I know about Nicole State,
Yeah.
but the others I did not know.
Susan A.
Well,
Wells and Breaking Profit. I think that both of them are on Instagram, but those are like the people that I watched in the very, very beginning. Like they
right.
just been around a long time, but they do have a wealth of knowledge. I mean, Rockstar Flipper too. Like he was one of the ones from the beginning. Like I don't know. Do you know him?
I've heard of him. Yes.
Yeah. So he's
Yeah.
been around a long time too, but
Right.
those are the people that I pretty much started off in the beginning and I still follow them today. So
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. So tell us what if you're like me, it changes, but I do have a set thing that I do every morning. So how's your morning routine?
That I usually will wake up and I do one of three things. Now, sometimes I'll listen to like some type of motivational piece or a sermon or something like that. Or I might switch it up and do my walk and then, or listen to it while I do my walk. But I don't walk every single morning because I've got to, I try to do, sometimes I'm trying to do two at the same time. So I literally jump up, put on my clothes and go straight outside and listen to that music. But it's like the air, I don't know, like whatever I do in the morning, it has to be like relaxing. It can't be,
Right,
I have
right.
to, it sets the tone for the rest of the whole day. So I need to do something that's
Yeah,
uplifting or listen to some, you know, Christian music or something. I don't know what everybody else is, but whatever your type of music is, some type of meditation. I might even say just a short prayer. It does not have to be an hour.
yeah. No, it
You
does
know what I
not.
mean?
No, it does
Just
not.
something, you know what I mean? Just
Right,
say, be thankful and be in a state of gratitude when you wake up in the morning, and then that sets the whole day. So for me, that's generally what I'm doing in the mornings, or I may do it while I'm walking because that fresh
right.
air right now, it's like calming down from being hot. I absolutely love walking. I love, just being outside. You know what I mean? Because you
Oh, I hear
can.
you. I hear you. Well, I'm like that. I mean, I don't know what happened this morning because, I pretty much do everything that, the same way before I mean, I'm still in bed and I still wake up. I give all, my thanks and gratefulness for,
Right.
a brand new day, another chance at getting it right.
Okay.
And and I do my little meditation. And so I don't know, this morning it's like I did all that, but then the minute my feet hit the ground, it was just like it was chaos, you know. And
It's
and I
like
think,
that. Yeah,
well,
sometimes.
it's
Yeah.
so crazy because I picked up my phone is what I did. And I shouldn't have done that right away. I should have just given it some time. But
Okay.
I
Okay.
picked it up and there you go. That was the end of the road for that. So I know that we had a small conversation about well, before I even get into that, let people know about your live that you do, reseller chat.
Okay, so every Wednesday, literally just I started it like 2 weeks ago. It's just called What's Up Wednesday. So basically, whatever's going on in my reselling world, you know what I mean? But we talk about different topics or whatever. It's going to be like just a discussion where, just like what we're doing right now, something similar. But I don't necessarily interview people, but it would be nice to maybe sometimes we might interview somebody, or we may switch it up and she may not come on with me because I know I'm pretty much I started it along with what is her name? I can think of her name.
Marina.
Marina. Me and Marina, standout staples. And
Right.
so yeah, so she's kind of part time and I'm full time. And so
Oh, okay.
our worlds are a little different. She, like she works full time too. So and then does this part time. And me, I don't work at all. I pretty much I don't do just reselling, but I do like some other entrepreneur type things as well. I'm sure everybody pretty much, I don't know if anybody that's reselling right now just does reselling. You've got to do, I don't know, you've got to do something else. You got to do YouTube. You got to do, like me, I'm, from having that management background, I think I like to do different things. So I
Right,
try to
right.
mix it up. But anyways, on the What's Up Wednesdays, that's what we talk about. We just talk
What
about
time is
what's
your
going on.
show on?
What time? At 8:30. 8:30
8:30
Central Standard Time every Wednesday.
every Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys check her out. Matter of fact, tonight, 8:30.
Yes,
Look,
you can check me out
8:30.
again tonight. So it's like if you didn't get to do it, you didn't get to join because I know
Yes,
one time for
yes.
some
Well,
people
I'm
doesn't
gonna have to.
work.
I'm
But
just gonna.
yeah.
I'm just gonna have to peek in and see what's happening. Last time I peeked in, I loved it. I loved how you guys were changing, were showing different outfits and things like that. That was really cool. I hadn't seen that before.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
fall trends. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I really love that. Hold on, let me go back and see because someone just. Oh my God! Now my comments don't want to act right. You know.
See if I can see them.
Okay, Irish Lux says, love Rockstar Flipper and follow Nicole. Stay too. Just went and followed Susan Wells too. Great. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to jot those names down so that hey Swag Slayer Fashion. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you, Thrifting with DW. Thank you so much for joining. Treasure Seeker, have you heard of the 5 Minute Miracle? Great book. No, I have not. I need more info. I need more info. Have you heard of that, Brittany?
I have not heard of it, but I do like reading. That's for
Oh,
sure.
I do too. I love reading. So I just wanted to go back because I didn't want us to miss anything. Swag Slayer Fashion says I just resell, but more things are fun too. Exactly, exactly.
Mix it
And
up.
I mean, is there a project that you have coming up that you want to share?
I do. I do. I mean, the first thing that I did, I posted it in my stories, was the thread up because I've been wanting to do it. Like everybody's talking about the Pringle course. Everybody's talking about how they getting, so much money off of regular items like that sit in my closet, like Michael Kors. It's like hit or miss for me. So, or
Hmm.
like Clark's, like I seen a lady post some Clark's and that's hit or miss for me. Sometimes I can find it's in really good condition or it's like in brand new condition and it still doesn't like it'll sit for 2 or 3 months. So, I mean,
Right,
I thought
right.
some of my good items that I have that have actually been sitting probably because they're, a little bit higher too than like your
Hmm.
average $20-25 because most of my stuff is around that amount. And then I have sprinkle in some higher end ones where it's like $40-50 or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how my program goes. I don't have a whole lot of things that are like a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a
Right.
luxury
I don't
shopper.
either. I don't
Yeah.
I do not keep stuff in my closet. I don't have anything in the hundreds that costs hundreds in my closet because I mean I'm just kind of I think I like to appeal. Of course, plus size clothing is already expensive, but I also just like to keep that appeal to my 9 to 5ers, my stay-at-home moms,
Right.
or you know budget-minded people. So I mean for me that area is just not attractive to me. I just, like to keep it basic. Oh,
Me
well,
too. Yeah, I don't
basic in
want
my closet because I'm extra, but
you
basic in my
want
closet.
people to be able to bundle, like on Poshmark, a lot of people talk about how they bundle and like on eBay and Mercari, Mercari, you can't even do a bundle, but on eBay,
You know what? I have
like
sold a couple of, I've sold like a few bundles on there, but you have to go in and create it. And then
on Mercari.
I just, I just post one picture, but I list when you add additional pictures,
Yeah.
I list the other pictures that are in that bundle so
Okay.
that, that's how I sell a bundle on there.
Or if they say they're interested in two items, you just take the two items that they want, put it into one, and then they can like
Hmm.
do like that. Like on
Yeah.
Macari, is that what you're saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So,
Like,
I mean, because
yeah,
they do need to have a feature where
yeah.
because people love to bundle, actually. I mean, I'm learning that as I go along that people really do like to bundle because, of course, they feel like they get a better deal,
Oh yeah, you say
you
it.
know, and I'm all for it, except, I have bundle issues because I don't like to bundle for people because I feel like I'm styling them and I don't
Okay.
want And I don't want to do that because I don't like when people style me.
Okay.
It's so
What
crazy.
you doing?
Okay, so with all your closet, I mean, you have like over 2,000 items.
I do, but those are like most of those are not for sale. So active items, I only have about 350. Right.
Oh, okay. Because I was my
Oh
next
no.
question. Hi, Leslie. Thanks for joining. Hey, Nikki. Thanks for joining. Um, hey Wendy, thanks for joining. So I mean, I'm just curious, I was gonna ask, my question was if you had 2,000 items, do you do all your listing yourself? Do you have a VA?
Right now I'm doing all the listing myself. I've been doing a whole lot of relisting lately because I'm getting ready, trying to gear up for Q4 and just need to clean up some stuff anyway. But generally, well, I did try a VA. So, I mean, if you want to talk about it, we can. But I
Oh
did
yeah.
get,
I
yeah.
mean, that's what we're here for. We need to know.
Okay.
We need to know good things
Yeah.
or bad things. So, everybody has to make up their own mind. But I love hearing other people's experiences.
Yes. So the VA thing with Fiverr is who I went through. There was a few things that I think I didn't know before I went in. Obviously, I think everybody has something that they didn't know, but some tips that I could say to give is to make sure that person has plenty of reviews. It wasn't that I picked somebody that didn't, I did, but that person really didn't specialize in what I needed. So you have to think about on the front end, like I'm wanting somebody to simply cross list, but it's good to have somebody that maybe has a little bit of experience. My reason for not wanting somebody that had experience with it, like I picked somebody that I thought would be good, but could pick it up because I didn't want them to like transfer their old habits into what I'm trying to teach them. So like with
Right.
eBay, old habits die hard. So I was like, okay, maybe I might have to spend a little bit more time with them to teach them how to do it. And boy, did I have to do that. There was a lot
Oh
of
my goodness.
emailing, a lot of going back and forth. I ended up actually getting on Zoom with her one time, which through the app, they won't even let you do that. But I deemed it necessary because for the purpose of the fact that they're going to have your passcodes and stuff. Now, granted, they can't get into anything, just so like your
Right.
money and everything is attached to your email. So if they try to go in and change the card on file or change anything having to do with any of that, like your passcode or anything, it has to go through your email. So you're protected. So you don't have to worry about is your VA going to end up emptying out your
Right,
account or
right,
doing,
right.
I
I
mean,
think that that's a
emotionally,
big
yeah.
concern for people.
Yeah, so like with all this hacking stuff going on, a lot of people are like, I'm not
Ooh,
trusting nobody with my passcodes. But if I were you, I
yes.
would only have one VA at a time and decide what you want them to do. For me, like I said, it was just cross listing. Like that's all I wanted them to do. So for me, it was cost effective because to cross list, they're not taking that much time to do that. But when they're new, you got to be thinking about how much time you're going to have to take to teach them, So for me,
Right.
like, unless
Well,
you got somebody that knows how to do it, because like
right.
I
And
had to
that's
go
so
back and forth.
interesting
Yeah.
because my daughter is actually looking to uh start into becoming a VA. So, I tell her what I know or whatever. I've let her share my closet. I've let her, I've showed her how to do even community shares,
Yeah.
from my closet or whatever, just to get her used to that. Because I had her do it for 3 weeks straight. But now when it comes to cross listing, that's a whole nother
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
you know. And I actually didn't even think about how to, I did show her how to list, I think. But, she's really interested in it. And I told her, I said, well, all you can do is put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Swagger Swag Slayer Fashion says, I need a VA just for eBay to do everything.
Okay. eBay has so many different things that, like, so many different
Yes.
emails you have to fill out. It's a lot for some people. I do
And I
understand.
tell you, that's why I just said, oh, no, this is too much. I can't.
Okay.
So, so I said, bye, eBay.
Okay.
I can't. But which it didn't, I'm good. I can't even wrap my head around doing all that detailing that they want.
It is
You
a
know,
lot sometimes, but
it is so much because then I'm like, oh no, I don't need that. Well, so I know we talked about cross listing. Isn't that kind of what someone said, how much would your daughter I'll get back with you. I thought she was coming on. But I think right now these prices are negotiable because she doesn't have anything set in stone. But isn't that kind of what List Perfectly does?
it is, but you're doing it yourself. It's manual. With List Perfectly, you got to put everything, like there's a couple different ways you could do it because once you put it to one platform, like since I'm on eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark, for me, I used to do it when I had the VA. I used to put everything in List Perfectly, but you can only put so many items in there before you only have so many that you can put in there. On eBay, it'll hold whatever number I want. So I have all of my listings on eBay. So I decided to switch it up and start letting them do it through eBay, which was confusing as well for the VA. So, but putting it in List Perfectly gives it that perfect format, which I do like, but it was like double the work. Because if you think about it, you're putting it in List Perfectly and then you're transferring it to eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, when you could just put it in eBay, the one that's the most difficult, or not really
Right.
difficult, but the one that, you have to put the most details in. You put it in there, and then all the pictures and everything else transfers automatically over to Mercari once you get ready to list. So you're only doing it once in eBay and then twice to those other two sites versus putting it in List Perfectly, and then you're paying somebody to transfer it over 3 times. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like three
Woo!
times over
All I
for
know is
two
I'm
times.
exhausted.
You know, it's much. You know what I mean? Like, so now I'm just, like I said, right now I'm just doing it myself because I done discovered that eBay, because eBay used to give me trouble with the pictures, but now I done figured out a way to get those popped in there really quick. Because I used to literally have to, like, because every time I would try to pop the pictures in eBay, like just clicking and dragging, it would make the picture really big, and then I wasn't able to, like I used to have to do it from my phone. I basically just gave up on it and had to do it from my phone. So then I copy and paste everything over to Poshmark and Mercari. Everything's over there first, and then I have to go back to eBay, which it was annoying. I just was trying to figure out a better process. So for List Perfectly, it definitely does. For me, it's worth the 20 something dollars that I'm paying. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I like
So
that.
we,
Yeah.
so Leslie says I don't put anything in List Perfectly. I just use the arrows on the platforms to cross list.
Yep.
It's easier.
Yep.
Well, I was about to say, well, I want to try List Perfectly, but then after you started saying all that, I'm just like, well, no, I just want to move this to over here. This is all I want to do. This action right here. I want to go from point A to point B.
But you don't have to put any pictures or anything. Like once it's in there, like now I'm doing it from eBay. It's like she said, there's a little arrow that comes up because it's an extension that you add on. And then you're just going to click on the arrow and it's going to pull up Poshmark and Mercari and populate all that information automatically. And you only
So
have to
let
fill
me
in
ask,
like a couple of fields and then you're done. So it'll take like
I,
maybe 2 minutes to do that. So that's why I don't have a VA right now, because I was like, okay, right now I don't necessarily need it. Now that I done figured out another process, and then it takes so long to try to train somebody. Right now, I just don't have time for it. I didn't want to keep messing around with it, but I do think Fiverr is good for other things. I had
oh,
somebody try
I
to do,
love
like,
Fiverr.
yeah, to if you need somebody to edit a video or do something simple like a logo or something you just
Oh
don't
yeah, I
have time
got my
for.
logo from yes, I
Yeah.
love Fiverr for logos and things of that nature. I know, Nikki, I was confused as well. I know it's confusing. She said this is why
Oh,
Swag Slayer Fashion said it is confusing. This is why I don't cross list. I just list different items in different places. Um, uh, Nikki says I save everything on drafts on Macari. Oh, you can do drafts on Macari. Didn't know that. Then cross list. Leslie says I wouldn't use lists perfectly otherwise. I tried them for a month to see if they were worth my time. If I had to enter into the app, I wouldn't use it. Yeah, see, that's what, as long as I don't have
right.
to do that,
Yeah.
that's fine. Blessed Prosperity underscore says I tried Vendu. List perfectly is way better. I'm gonna have to agree with that. I have not tried List Perfectly, but I did do a little trial with Vendu, and I don't know. I think that for my what I wanted, which is just to be able to cross lists and not so much put things on there, I think that List Perfectly will probably be what I would want to try.
Okay.
Hey, Mariah. Mariah says, MK Infinity Closet says that, oh, I lost you. I list to one platform and then utilize List Perfectly to cross lists slash relist to other platforms. Okay. Oh, used to sell your, oh, Leslie said, I used to sell my services on Fiverr, teach crochet and other things. Yes, ma'am. Can we get back to some crocheted items?
Okay.
But okay, so I'm gonna try List Perfectly. I think that you guys have actually kind of sold me on it. And the key was that I didn't have to add any pictures because what I add to Poshmark then go into use List Perfectly will transfer over to Macari.
Right. It
Is
will
that what you're
just
saying?
do it for you.
With
But
arrows, that's all I need.
do not bother getting the next plan up or the pro or whatever they're talking about. The only thing that's going to add in is like stuff that you don't even need, like weight. You don't need the weight. You just don't need that extra stuff unless you have like a lot of items. I don't know. I
Right.
just don't.
I
I
mean,
didn't feel
I
like it
don't.
was worth it. It wasn't worth it. The next plan up for me, the weight or whatever didn't matter to me. You know what I mean? I didn't care. I can punch that in. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right. Yeah, no,
yeah,
I totally get it.
yeah,
Because that's why I kind of wanted us to discuss this because I think that some people don't are interested in some of these services and hearing your experience or how you work it or how other people who've joined utilize those services are important. Because I for one was very curious about List Perfect and
yeah.
because I know a lot of people use that.
But you
So
know what? List perfectly too, just because I know some people are trying to get an idea of what it can do for you. One thing that I do like that nobody's really talking about, like if you were going to have all of your items on List perfectly, then you could, like, they have data and reports and stuff that you can pull as well. I just never did it because I don't need to. I have a spreadsheet and I'm doing, like, all my stuff is in eBay. So I don't really care, about what they're offering. I don't use it. But if you wanted to analyze the data, like where some came from and how much it sold for, they have fields in there where you can fill that in, like where you can fill in how much you paid for it and like
right.
calculate it somehow. So if you're looking for something maybe for kind of like inventory, it is. But if you want to be specific with your fields, then that's maybe not the way to go. Because I'm really specific. So I'm like, some of the stuff they can't give me. But if you're
Oh,
looking for
okay.
something basic, like, okay, I bought that from here for this amount of money, and
Right.
then it's sold for this much on this website. Boom, I think you
Okay.
could do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
simple.
I mean, I love the fact that you can print out your report, of course, on Poshmark because I think that that's really helpful as well. Even though I keep, up with everything on a spreadsheet or I have my trusty composition book that I write everything in.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I keep up with everything. But I think that it's important to have those reports to go over and look at. Leslie says, plus you can use List Perfectly to list on more than one platform at a time. I also figured out an easy way
Yeah.
to relist with List Perfectly. Oh, that's some tips. Oh, we have to know her secret with that. But
Relisting is good too. Like I use it when I'm relisting. What I'm doing is I'm updating. I don't do the copy feature when I'm doing it because I don't know. I got a different process, but I put like a little star in front of the title. That's how you know it's been relisted. So I automatically know, oh, I just relisted that and it's sold. Hey,
oh, that's a good
I get excited
idea.
about this. So I put a little star in front of the title. And then I'm going to do that. I want it to look exactly the same. Whatever I updated on eBay, I want it to look like from eBay on to Macari to Poshmark exactly the same. So I don't have no errors, I guess. So it's easier for me to just put it into eBay, like do the end the listing and sell similar in eBay. I know you probably like, what the heck is she talking about?
No.
But you know what I mean? Like, but I do a sell similar in eBay, and then from eBay, I'm gonna create the listing and then use List Perfectly to transfer it over to Poshmark and Macari, but it's gonna look exactly the same. So that way,
Oh,
whatever
okay.
updates
Okay,
I
I get what
did,
you're saying
it's
now. Yeah.
already there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, because if I
Okay.
don't want to go to Poshmark and copy and then relist and then go over here to my car and then go, look, I need for it to be like all
Right,
in one
right.
area.
I
It's
mean,
too much.
I think that you,
Yeah.
when you, like Leslie says, she figured out a easy way to do the relisting. But I think that you just have to play around with some of these things and make it work for you for what your need is.
Yeah.
And if that's possible to do, I mean, you have to, sometimes I think you just have to tweak things, we just have to tweak it to our liking it because everybody has different needs when it comes to reselling,
That's true. But I mean,
so
Leslie might be talking about some other things, like, because I know when I'm relisting, I don't hit the copy button and just go ahead and let it go. I'm looking at the title, Can I add some keywords? Can I change anything about the description? Has anything in the way that I'm listing changed? I mean, any of that kind of stuff, and anything that I think will help this item sell better. And pictures too. Like if I feel like the picture's not all that good, I use one of my apps, update it, make it look better. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you
Right,
got to take it out
exactly.
of the bin,
I
but
totally agree with
yeah.
that because I myself, I mean, I have a few things that I'm gonna hopefully get a chance to relist today because I tell you that I found for me that once I take that item and take a whole new picture, I take a whole new picture, whole new background, do
Yeah.
whatever I need to do. I have made sales that way because it's just like bam.
Yeah.
Oh, look, you know, a whole new she has a whole new item up here. No, honey, that item's been sitting at the bottom of the well seems like seems
Okay.
like forever. Seems like forever.
Yes.
And I think that relisting definitely does work. Mariah asks, MK Infinity Closet asks, how often does everyone relist? Oh, well,
For
I'm gonna
me,
let you answer
look,
that.
for me, I decided now. I wasn't doing this before. I was just doing it as I felt like it was needed, which was not as often as it should have been. So I've decided that I really don't want to hang on to nothing for more than 90 days, generally speaking. Okay, if I have to relist it after 90 days, I'm hanging on to it. So it might go into 6 month territory. But then after that, we're going to be trying to figure out how we can get rid of this thing.
Right,
Like if
right,
I'm,
right.
so that way I decided to do it that way. So that way I could try to like not have stuff hanging around for a whole year. Cause like at this point I've had stuff, some of my stuff, it's not that much. Like out of, I've listed well over maybe around 3,000 items total. And so I had like 100 to 150 that sat around for a year. So I said, well, if I had a better process of like relisting, then I probably wouldn't have had those items sitting around for so long. So you just need to have a continuous process of relisting. So that way, build it into your weekly routine. Not saying you have to do it every single day, but I do think you should, have a day where you go through and relist one or two or five, or if you want to just say, I'm going to relist one every day, you could do that. And that way that
Yeah.
helps you keep that running so that it's like, you know what I mean? Like you don't
I
want
think that
it percolating.
I don't
Yeah.
know about everyone else, but I think that I need to just I have a schedule every day. So I think that I
Yep.
need to just add relisting to that schedule and start relisting more. And I think sometimes
Yeah.
I don't because I figure, oh, if I relist, I got to take this whole picture, I got to do this, I got to pull it out of my inventory, put it on the dress form, put it on a hanger, do it, just like it's a brand new item that I just got. But I have done in the past, it has worked out for me. So maybe I just need to add it into my schedule of things. Swag Swag Slayer Fashion says, I don't relist, I just list. I have over 1,000 active listings and counting. Whoo, child.
Yeah.
It's all I can say to that.
That's a
I'm going
lot.
to need you to come on Brunch with Diva so we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Uh, Leslie says, relisting is actually sourcing for me. Oh, I relist before I source. I have been relisting for 4 years. If I have 300 items, I relist those first. Why source if you have items
I agree.
available? Well, now, that makes sense as I sit here with stuff in my cart. Uh,
Right. It's on the
that
attic.
does make a lot of sense, Leslie. Nikki says, I've been doing the white background oh, yes, so it can become searchable on Google.
That's a good tip.
Yes, yes, that's a great, great idea. I do that as well. Hey, Diana, thanks for joining. Let me see. Oh, I think I missed. Oh my goodness.
Amen.
Okay. Yes, bless prosperity. Work on relisting. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Let's just say we're gonna do it. Glow Girl Glow says I relist in categories: swim, sweaters, jeans, jackets, etc. Oh, okay, that's cool beans. And Leslie says she relists once a month. She uses her report as a guide. And I relisted even when I had 1,200 available items. I can't even imagine having that many items. I think that right now, I always say I think that I'm always going to have a small closet because it works for me. And
Yeah.
Kay's glam shot. Oh yes, she said I need to release more. Me too. Me too. Oh, that's a good idea. Nikki says she does it at the end of every month. That's a great
Okay.
idea. That's a
Yeah.
great idea.
Yeah. Some
Oh,
type of plan or schedule or something with it. You got to have some type of way of working that old inventory, you know?
right. Mariah says she lists daily, relists daily, and relists older items first. Oh my goodness. Okay, spoiled. You said my priority is to get my money pile listed, then I'm going to relist old items, then I'm purging my personal closet. Oh, definitely now, girl, you should have started with that personal closet. And you
Okay.
got tons of money sitting in that personal closet, girl. Let me just
Okay.
tell you that
Free.
get to that personal closet. I couldn't even form a sentence then after I read that. Get to that personal closet and get those clothes listed. And because you have money sitting in that closet. That's smart relisting by category. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, a smaller closet does work better for me. I know you have one as well, Leslie. From 1,200 to 350. That
Yeah.
was where she decreased her closet. It's less pressure and you sell faster. Yes, I have to agree. Welcome, Reselling with a Smile. Thank you for joining us. I'm here with Brittany at Discount Deals for You. If you don't know Brittany, welcome. Get to know her a little better. Follow her on Instagram. Are you the same across the board?
I pretty much am the same on Poshmark, all of them, eBay, everywhere I am. I don't have Twitter or anything. And look, Leslie is
She said, I
teaching me
don't have
about this
Twitter or
Pinterest.
anything.
Like I just got a Pinterest because I didn't really have Pinterest. I
Oh
don't
my
know
God.
what to do.
Can we
But
talk about Pinterest? Hey, thank you, the Sunflower Closet 3. Thank you for joining. Um, is it okay, Kay's Glamour, is it true it won't show up in the just in if the item is less than 60 days from list day?
yes, I believe that is true. I think I asked Leslie about that. Yeah, about
Oh, well,
when
Leslie,
is
let
it
us know if
actually?
that's true. The question was, is it true it won't show up in the just in if the item is less than 60 days from list day? Oh, that's interesting. I'd love to know. I'd love
I
to
don't think
know
it
that.
does. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, 100% probably not, but I don't think so. I don't think it does because then it's considered to be old. Like after 60 days, now it's not
Right.
just listed. It's old. You
Well, oh my God.
know?
I mean, I got
Yeah.
to get on it because I think that I know, I don't even have to think. I know that I have items in there that have probably been in there way past the time. I think I might be working on 120 days with some of these. It's just crazy. I've got to either give them a rest, take them off, and revamp them if I'm going to.
Right.
And if not, I mean, I don't know. I'll just I'll figure it out. Uh, mug underscore mama underscore D. Hey, Diana. Yes, I'm working on doing the pictures too after last night's chat and Leslie's YouTube chat. Yes, I
Yeah.
hate that I missed that chat because I love Pinterest. I've been on Pinterest since almost the beginning of Pinterest. I've revamped my board so many times. Right now, it's the Pink Diva Studio. If I'm glad that you said you're going to work on your Pinterest because I tell you that even when I was going through my weight loss journey, well, I'm still going through it, but
Me
I
too.
started my weight loss blog on there. And
Oh,
I mean, it was like one of the best things. I got so much feedback from that, and people sharing my basic story. I'm doing the same thing now. I took Leslie's advice actually about Pinterest, and I went in and revamped everything. I put everything where to find me is all on there. From my YouTube, from Poshmark, from wherever I am, Instagram, wherever I am, it's on Pinterest. And I now have a Brunch with Diva board. I have my Posh Love where I share my closet on there. So do all of those things. I'm
okay.
telling you. Or go watch Leslie's YouTube
Yeah.
video from last night, and I'm gonna watch it myself today because I missed it. But I'm sure that there are a multitude of other tips on there. But just for me, I could share that with you. That and I can tell in my analytics what's hitting, what's right, what's working. And
Yeah.
people actually do, enjoy looking at your stuff. I mean, I get stuff that's saved all the time
Yeah.
because I have a lot of other stuff on there. But
Okay.
I'm going in to rearrange my boards to put the main things that I'm doing now at this moment up top. So I mean, go for it. I love, 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 love
Yeah.
Pinterest.
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
That.
so the answer to that question was that just applies for the copy listing feature, not regular relisting. Oh my goodness. That makes sense. Yes. And someone else said, I think as long as you share your closet daily, you're fine.
Right.
Blessed prosperity. Yes. I mean, now what about that? Now, how many times do you share your closet?
3 times a day is my goal. Like some days I may not hit the three. I'm not starch. Like if I don't hit the three, I'm not gonna be in my bed at night like, oh wait a minute, I need to get one more. Girl, bye. No. But I do try every day to hit 3 times a day and try to do it once in the morning, once somewhere in the middle of the day, to one around this time, 12 to 2 or
Right.
3, and then one more time sometime in the evening. That's generally what I do. You know what I mean? Like, and that works. And the share groups have been great for me, by
Oh,
the way.
yes. Well, let's talk about sharing engagement groups.
You know? So, well, for I have one. I just started one, but it derived from me being in the other groups. Like I had to see, okay, let me join a couple of groups and let me see how this works out and see does it actually help? Because what it does is it obviously gets your listings is going to be seen by more people. Duh, you know
Right.
what I mean? Now, if it's out there in more places, it's just like your product going from being at a dollar store to being at Walmart. Now you have way more eyes on your product. So now you're going to have more people that are going to be able to like that. And I noticed I got more likes. And so then I was able to go in and you can send them, individual offers, or you could, however you want to do your offers. But
Right.
that's an opportunity for you to make some more sales. So for me, it did help me with the likes. And then those likes turned into sales. So you generate, just get you more sales in general because it's
Right.
giving generate leads. That's what I was gonna say. So you're generating basically leads, which is the likes, and then the
Right.
likes turns into sales because you got to work it though. Now, if you could be in the share group and you sit back and just share and that's it, and you get the likes and you're not offering, well, most
I
of my sales are from offering. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're
I
not offering, then you're probably still not going to get any sales. But for me, being in the share groups has helped because it's getting my items seen, and I've actually had more people buy full price too. Like some people will just
mhm,
go ahead and buy
mhm.
it. I'm like, hallelujah, because people don't buy full price. You know,
Right, right. And that's true. I mean, there's nothing like a good full price sale where you have to go back and
okay,
forth and offer this, offer that, offer this, offer that.
right,
So I love it when somebody just buys something outright. I'm like, ooh, hallelujah. So, Leslie says she shares her closet 1 to 3 times a day. She doesn't stress over that. And she
right.
said that's why I would never pay someone to share. And Mariah wants to know, how do you find share groups she would love to join? Um,
Yeah,
I'm sure
please
that
get on
Brittany
mine.
can, yep,
Look,
Brittany can tell you that right now. Well, in my plus size um, Facebook group, I drew a blank. Well, I'm about sharing. I mean, I like when people, we do go about sharing and engaging. I like to, have the whole thing. So, I mean, share groups are basically, I mean, I'm gonna tell you where I got off on a share group is that it was just a lot for me at the time because
yeah,
at the
it can
time I
be.
was in my bachelor's program, and I just could not manage to share like 25 people's 10 items out
Right.
of
That's
25 people's
that's a
closet.
lot.
That is a lot. So I was just like, I have to opt out of this. I can't. So I think that they are good. I think that if you work them right, like you say,
Yeah.
that they can be good and they can bring new eyes to your closet and things of that nature. It was just a lot for me. So for me, if I were to join one, I would want a smaller one.
Well, that's what I'm gonna say. Here's the deal. My particular one that I just started, I maxed it out at 20 closets, and there's only 10 shares that you're doing per because I can't be doing 20. I've tried a 20 share group just to see, because there's like some where you can sign up daily. And so I
Right.
tried that, and I was like, oh no, honey, it's 60 closets on it. I cannot be sharing that much every day. That was too
Exactly.
much. And 20
Exactly.
for 60 closets didn't work for me. So I said, I'm just going to make one and do it like, 15 people, 20 people, something like that. And
Right.
we
Right.
just do 10 shares per closet. We're done. And it's just that same group. So I'm not having it, because they have the ones that change from day to day. And it's a bunch of
Exactly.
different people. And you got to keep clicking on all these. You get confused, and sometimes you might miss a person. Somebody
Exactly. And
messaged me and
that's
was
true.
like,
And
girl,
then somebody's
I
gonna be mad because you didn't share their
yes,
closet.
I didn't share their closet. And so as soon as they said it, I went and hurried up and shared it. And I said, you know what? I don't think this 20 share group is for me, because I missed somebody. So I was like, okay, let me just stick to
Right.
the smaller ones, because it's easier. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
can get through this,
Exactly.
and it don't take me very much time, because I was sharing people's closet anyway. Like I would go, and I just at random, I go to, just in or just shared, and I would share like 5 different closets, 10 to 15 items a piece anyway, randomly. So I was like, well, if you're gonna do it randomly, why not just do it organized, and then those people are actually going to share your stuff back, versus you just sharing randomly, and those people might not even share your stuff back. So to me,
Right. And
it's
that's
more
true.
beneficial this way, and I don't take longer than about 30 minutes.
Oh,
I only have two
okay.
groups right now, mine, and then I have another one where I sign up every day, and it's 5 closets, or I'm sorry, 5 shares per closet.
Oh,
So it might be like 20 something people, but they cut it off at around 12, 1 o'clock. So nobody else can sign up for the rest of the day. It might be
oh, well,
20
see, that's
closets, but it's only
smart.
5 per closet. So to me, I like that. And I just do that in my group, and that's it.
Right.
you
Let's
know?
see in the comment. Okay. Um, I've heard the first 20 to 25 items in your closet are the most important. Do you strategize what items you keep at the top? I'm gonna let you answer this first.
Yes, I do. I do. I like to do a rotation, since I know that, I have people sharing my stuff, and you're in the share groups, they're sharing it at different times.
Mhm.
So for me, I mean, you could either say this day I'm going to put all 20 of these, and then tomorrow I'm going to do something different. You could do that. But for me, since I'm sharing my closet 2 or 3 times a day, I'll just go in there and turn them. I turn them just a little bit, or go down to the bottom and pick some more items that I think need to go up to the top, and scoop them up there. So that way it's like we get a little turning of the things that are
Right,
getting shared. So, but you
right,
could do it both ways. There's nothing wrong with, in the morning, just go ahead and put all the ones that you would like people to share, like your top 20 at the top, and then all day long, whoever. I mean, that's if you're in a share group. But if you're the only one that's doing it, to me, I feel like it don't even really matter that much what you have at the top, because you're the only person that's sharing.
Oh, well, now
It
see,
don't really matter. I mean,
and
I
I
guess
look
people do share your items, but
and I
yeah.
look at it different. I like to have a certain look in my closet. I like to have certain
Oh
items
yeah,
all
yeah.
at the top, and I keep those items up there. I will go and reach down, and I might switch like 5 of them out to make it look different. But I because I share from the bottom up when I share my closet.
Me too.
So,
Me too.
I share from the bottom up. I don't, because I want to keep it looking the way I want it to look. So that helps me keep it that way. But I
Unless
do
I'm,
go,
rotating. Unless I'm
yeah,
doing a rotation, like where, okay, I want to put a few of these up there,
right.
then I pretty much do keep it the same. But then I gotta rotate it out a little bit, because I be feeling like the other ones need a little love. No.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Nora, thanks for joining. Nora says, I need to share 3 closets, so I need help with at least one.
Now
Oh,
that's a lot. A lot of
no, that
closets.
is. That is
Yeah.
a lot. Leslie says Poshmark takes too much work. I like it, but I no longer put in that work. I share and list,
Okay.
and then I get sales. Well,
Done.
that's the way it goes. That Nikki says I'm starting to list more on eBay. I'm starting to get more sales on there. Oh, that's great, Nikki. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that you could hang in there. I was defeated by eBay. Lizzie said if Poshmark was my only platform, I would probably put in the work. It's just not worth
Yeah.
my time. I get it. I get that. Kay's Glam Shop says, Nikki, I started listing more on eBay at first. I was hesitant for a few reasons, but I've gotten a few sales. Congrats on your sales. That's great.
Right.
Nikki also asked, what's your requirements on your share group? I'm sure that's what she's speaking of.
There, I don't have a whole lot of restrictions. Like some of those groups are absolutely ridiculous, where you got to have at least 10,000 or 50,000 shared already. You got to, like there's all stipulations and stuff. And I'm like, I don't really do that. As long as my stipulation is if you sign up for this group and it's a 7 day a week, we're sharing 7 days a week, 10 items. Do not share not for sale items. Make sure it's an actual item that they have for
Active
sale.
item.
Yeah, the active item. Don't go down to their already sold and start sharing those. But I mean, so that's really all the requirement is. Just share
Right.
them as required, which is 7 days a week. We're going to do whoever signs up. It could be up to 20. So, and that's really it. It's really not that
And that's
hard.
way simpler than some I've seen.
Yeah.
I'm like, I left share groups. People would tell on you. I was like, what?
Right.
This is not kindergarten. And I'm saying, why are you? Oh, it's just a share group, you know? It's just
Yeah.
insane.
If somebody don't share, they the share police on you. But no, like I said, the lady that I didn't share that one day when I got into the 20 group, she was nice about it. She just sent me a message and she was like, I noticed you didn't do my shares today. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm really sorry. Let me go ahead and do them real quick. So I just went on
Oh,
ahead and did them,
no.
sent her a message, and it was done. It wasn't
Right.
even, and that's all it has to be. Like, so I think if you forget to do somebody's or somebody message you, I think we should be adult about it. Like if you have a problem with somebody, wouldn't you go to them personally? Why would you go to the person? I mean, try to get it right with them first. Then if you can't
Right.
figure it out, now go to the leader or whatever and figure out,
Oh my God,
hey,
I so agree.
yeah.
Swag Slayer Fashion says, I used to stress about the order of my closet, but it made it no fun. Exactly.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
throw that out she threw that out the window. She's like, whatever happens, happens, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, how many times a day? Are you talking how many times a day to share, Nikki? Is that what you mean in the share group? So,
Oh, that's just, I mean, that's really just once a day, because once you go in and do your shares, you're done for the day.
you're
I mean, you
done.
go share the closets and you're done. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
Most of the
right.
people, they do them in the morning, like most of my group, and then they'll put in the comments, they'll put all share 9:30 or whatever. That way we
Mhm.
know for sure that you did it. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Right,
like
right.
that.
Well,
I like that. Now it's not a
um,
requirement, but I do
working.
like when they do that. Yeah.
Is this on your posted in your Poshmark closet?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
They're probably about 20 listings down right now, but I usually will update it and rotate them to the top later in the evening. But that's just to make it easier. So when
Right,
people get to the closet, they're not skipping over all of your stuff. You know, like,
right.
because I noticed random people will share those. They just share stuff that's not even like when I had my Meet the Posture at the top, they would share that. Or if you put any type of sign 50% off or whatever it is, they just share whatever. They don't care. But to make it easy, if you want somebody to share a specific thing, why don't you put that at the top? So I just put my listings
And
at the
I do
top,
that.
and then,
I do that. I
so
do that too. If I have a sign or something, that I want people to share, I just, slap it on up there too,
yeah,
because, people will share that. So,
yeah, they will.
Nikki and anyone else who's interested in Brittany's share group, it is in her closet, which again is discount deals for you underscore. Did I get that right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, on Poshmark, it's just discount deals for you, like the
Oh,
same
okay.
way that it's spelled with the number four and the letter U, but it doesn't have the underscore. So
Okay. Okay. So no underscore on Poshmark.
right,
Okay.
right. But it's
Got
on
it.
Instagram too. It's on here too. Like
Well,
if you go to
the
my
link is in your bio.
yeah, it's in there. So like if you were interested in signing up, really all you gotta do is say yes and put your name, because I did like a couple of posts on it. I don't know. I mean, I've got like there's 13 of us right now. Again, it caps at 20, but I will come out, like I will post it again every Sunday. On Sunday, I will post it so that way it gives people time to sign up or re-sign up, because you have to sign up every week. Because like I said, from week to week, what if you're going on vacation next week? You ain't got time to be sharing.
Right, right.
You need to be. You know what I mean? So you want to get out of the group for this next week coming up, so you may not sign up for that week. Which that's another thing that I like about it. It's just a 7-day commitment, and then after that, if you decide, oh, I don't even like this mess, then you don't have to do it
Right,
anymore. You can
right.
just get out. You don't have to sign up the next week. Or if you
Well,
just want to
cool.
boost for this coming up week, you can be like, oh, this week I'm gonna share and
Right,
see what happens. You know what I'm
right.
saying? You know? So yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I tell
that's
you,
what I
thank you so much for coming on, Brittany. I really appreciate it. I think that people can walk away with a lot of information. I know that I did. Again, you can follow Brittany on Instagram at discount deals for you underscore. Sign up for her share group. Tonight, 8:30 Central Standard Time
like.
is
Wednesday.
reseller chat.
Yes. What's up
And
Wednesday? Yep.
so you guys head over there, give her a little support on that. I'm going to try to peek in myself. So thank you again for being here. I appreciate your time. Thank you everyone who joined. And I will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.